Welcome back to another video from Ski Boat Parts Online. Today we're going to take a look at painting the American Skier Deco restoration project. Hope you enjoy. Details on the material used and the reasons why we are using paint as opposed to gel coat can be found in the opening comments on the video. In this picture we see the hull and deck. All the basic body work has been completed, and the existing gel coat pink and white all has been block sanded and is ready for primer. The dashboard is black gel coat. It was in good condition, so it was masked and will retain a gel coat. Laying down the primer is pretty straightforward. I did the deck first and then I shot the hull. Next you will see us block sanding the primer the following day. The entire hull is going to be block sanded, the hull sides and the deck. This is with a 320 grit sandpaper. Once this is completed and inspected, then we can lay down the base color, which in this case is a very light gray, almost white. This is the base color going down. This is the first coat. Manufacturer calls for 2 wet coats. Okay, so here I'm spraying the first coat of the base color on the deck. We're not going to bore you with putting down the second layer or the hull sides, but once the deck was covered with 2 coats, we allowed that to dry overnight and then masked off the top and went to the hull sides and sprayed the hull sides with 2 coats of the base color. Okay, our 2 coats of urethane is on the deck, and on the hull we're going to start with putting the pink stripe on the deck. The urethane has been cured for 24 hours and according to the book, and now we've scuff sanded this. Actually I went down with 320 to surface sand this. It's been taped off. Now I'm getting ready to lay down the pink. Okay, the urethane that we're using calls for 2 coats. The first coat being what they call a wet tack coat. Second coat goes on after it is tacky. So you put your finger on the tape, not on the paint. Press it in there. You leave a fingerprint, but you're not bringing any paint up on your finger. So she's ready for coat number 2, which will be a full wet coat. Okay, our paint laid down nice. It is quite tacky, so I'm going to pull this tape. Now, when I'm taping, I put I call it a ripcord tape. This first tape just joins the actual fine line tape here and separates it from the rest of it. Always want to pull the paint tape at an angle against the paint. So any little hairs that come off will fall back down onto the paint. Alright, here's a shot of the deck. The base color has 2 coats down. It's cured. Then the pink stripe has 2 coats down. It is going to cure overnight, and then we're going to cover this up and work on the hull sides. Alright, the following day the entire deck is now masked off to protect it, and we're going to start working on the hull sides again. Before I laid the primer down over the original pink stripe on the hull side, I recorded the dimensions on a sheet of paper. So that I could, once it was all covered up, you wouldn't have a reference as to where the pink belongs. So I took those measurements, and here you see the yellow is tape. That is going to be where, inside the yellow tape will be where the pink is going to be laid down. Again, the deck is masked off, and the bottom below it is masked, and we're going to shoot the pink next. To protect my cameraman and the camera equipment, we did not shoot video of the hull sides being sprayed with the base color or the pink. Fumes get a little intense in here, even with a lot of exhaust fan activity. But in this shot, the pink stripe has been sprayed, and the masking for that has been pulled. And now we'll let this cure up before we remove the rest of the tape and masking. Once the pink is cured overnight, we'll go ahead and pull all the masking off, and then we're going to jump inside the boat and repaint the bilge with new gray gel coat. The hull bottom has been sanded, degreased, and then wiped down with some acetone, and next we're going to mix up some light gray gel coat and start brushing this application on. This is one of the cases where if you're going to do this yourself, you want waxed gel coat. Almost finished. We're going to paint up to right underneath the ski pylon motor mount crossover. Okay, so now we've got our bilge and our transom wall in the back gel coated with new light gray gel coat. This is where we're going to leave you for this episode. On the following episode, or the next painting episode, we're going to apply 2 coats of urethane clear over the colors that we laid down, and then block sand that flat, buff it, and make it look really good, and then apply the new graphics that just came in today. That will be the final phases of the paint process. So I hope you enjoyed this video produced by Ski Boat Parts Online, and we'll see you next time.